and I could rap my whole life.
Sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream.
By staying and working together in unity, despite religious, political, economic, or educational or social differences, let us remember that we are not brutalized because we're Baptists. We're not brutalized because we're Methodists. We're not brutalized because we're Muslims. We're not brutalized because we're Catholics. We're brutalized because we are black people in America.
I stand before you today as a candidate for the Democratic nomination for the presidency of the United States of America.
Kings and queens, you are tuned into another edition of Sovereign Reality. This is my third video, and I honestly believe that this is a subject that I should have touched on in my first video. As you can see, I actually decided to talk about the NBA All-Star Game, but I figured since it's the month of February, which is a very, very important month within the black community and the African American community, I decided to go ahead and talk about Black History Month. And as you can see in the beginning of the video, I chose to start my video off this time with some clips from Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and Shirley Chisholm, who are all very prominent figures, great figures within the African American community. They have had such an impact on myself and others that have been successful within the black community, and not even just the black community, within the United States or wherever the case may be, all over the world. So those were three people that I really wanted to highlight, but there's so many more that I could have put into this video, but I wanted to have a segment where I could just talk about Black History Month and what it really means to me. And I'm not gonna spend too much time talking about it, but I want people to really understand that to me, Black History Month is not just one month. Black History Month is all year round. It doesn't fall on a February. It's January, February, March, April, May, December, everything. Black History Month is everything. There are people that we cannot forget about, such as Marcus Garvey, such as Huey Newton. We can't forget about George Washington Carver. We can't forget about Booker T. Washington, Harriet Tubman. There are so many people that we cannot forget about. And me even going to a high school in Springdale, Maryland that was named after a Tuskegee Airman was a huge honor. And even to just attend an HBCU, all of that is Black history. It's not just certain individuals that only come up in certain conversations. There's so many people, even myself. I'm making Black history by even just going to college and making a name for myself, and someday I'm going to be a successful African American male. So Black history is all around us. It's you, it's me, it's whoever, and it's not just African Americans. Black history can also involve whoever it is that's of another race who may be in the black community, showing their face and having an impact on young African American youth. It doesn't just it doesn't just relate to just us as a race. It relates to everybody, because we are all one in a sense. We all came from the same place. So Black History Month is very, very, very important to me, and it's very important to my culture. But I just wanted to point out that we all need to realize that it's not just the month of February. We need to realize that it's all around us every single day. Every morning we wake up, there's Black history going on, whether you see it or whether you don't, whether it's on the news or whether it's not on the news. And it's just sad that there have been situations that have happened recently that have involved African American males or African Americans, period, where there are situations where we lose a lot of our youth to senseless violence, or we lose there are just so many different things that's going on. But I'm not going to talk too much about it because there are some other videos that I wanted to show you guys, and I'll probably just put them into another compilation video for Black History Month for my next video. So this is probably going to be part 1, so definitely stay tuned for part 2. And anybody that wants to subscribe, I know this is only my 3rd video, but definitely subscribe, because this is the type of things that you're going to see from me, talking about Black History Month, talking about whatever the case may be, whatever comes to mind or whatever I feel like is important, I'm going to talk about. So you guys stay tuned and look out for part 2. All right.